Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with MovieMaker magazine. My name is Danny De Lillo and we're here at the South Park Center. I'm with George with his movie, Son of a Dancer. Let's take a look at the clip.
بفتكر أفضل إذا منضبن أو منعطيون لحدا ما فيهم يضلون أخدين محل بالخزانة هيك على الفاضي.
George, thank you for being here and thank you for flying in all the way from Lebanon. It's such a joy to have you and thank you for your film.
Thank you for having me.
For those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis.
So Son of a Dancer is a film about a guy named Majid who discovers that his recently dead mother used to be a ballet dancer.
I found your film captivating. It really was. Firstly, your performance was so wonderful and it was a really wondrous experience. Where did the inspiration come for you in creating this project?
The writing process can be very weird sometimes because like when you write you don't know exactly where is the inspiration coming from or why are you writing this kind of story and why are you creating these characters, but later on you discover a lot of little hints about your real life, the connection between people, the relationship between people, like creating what you experience in real life into papers.
Yeah, and I mean, sadly, whether we like it or not, we're all going to go through loss, and it's horrible when you've lost someone that's so close and so important to you, and you really see that in your character. I was completely shocked to realize this was your first acting performance, which was like, what? So how was that for you? Because you did a fantastic job.
I think I did good. But yeah, it was my first time on screen, and I worked a lot with an acting coach, which is my friend Mark Salame, and we knew that directing and acting is gonna be a tough task to do. So we really worked on the acting part separately and the directing part separately, and all the pre-production phase was really intense. So that when the time comes for shooting, it would be smooth. It was really difficult because it was physically difficult. Like you get really tired of the whole, like yes, you're acting, but you have to keep in mind like you're a director too, so you have a lot of things going on there.
Yeah.
And so physically is what it was challenging, and mentally it was challenging too, because the emotions were really intense. Grief, he got beaten, I got beaten for real, because I wanted the whole film is very authentic, and we took that approach. So everything was made for that.
Even just when you were there and your father was there, it was just like I was in there with you. It was so captivating, and just seeing how that was affecting you. Is that something that was kind of important you wanted to do? Because there's a lot of sort of still moments where you just kind of left it on the character in a moment, or maybe unpiecing or unraveling a bit of the puzzle to find out more about your mother as well. Is that something that's kind of important to you as a director?
Yeah, exactly. That's the approach we took. We wanted the film to be very authentic, and we wanted the first and main element to be the characters, and the whole focus of the film is only the characters. So I didn't care about camera movements. I didn't care about everything that made you conscious that this is a film.
Yeah.
So for directing or camera movements, whether it comes to lighting, production design, everything, it was there to serve the characters and not vice versa.
Yeah, no, you really felt that. So how was the casting process for you to have someone to play those roles?
Well, I'm sharing the screen with two amazing actors from Lebanon, Carol Aboud and Ziad Saibe, and these people are really talented professional actors in Lebanon, and I really was honored to be part of this family that we created, and they were so helpful, and they were the first people I told them about the script, so I didn't have a casting for it. I just knew that Carol would be great and Siad would be great for their parts.
That's wonderful. There's a part in the film that, again, I don't want to give away unless you want to share, but it's a great release, you know, and a release of freedom of expression and who you are. That was a very powerful scene. How was that experience for you?
Well, that scene in particular, the release scene, maybe it was the first scene to be written in the draft. So I knew from that moment that it's gonna leave that impact.
Yeah. And
we built that character to be able to go to this scene, to go through all these obstacles before. So the impact of this scene would be really like hard.
Yeah, but it was powerful. It was like
powerful.
I felt like goosebumps. It was great, and it was beautiful, and you almost felt the energy of the mum's character, you know, coming through and giving you the strength to be who you are and who you want to be, and it was a real delight to see that.
It's the last phase of transformation for the character, so you have seen him throughout all this journey, and finally you can see the butterfly he became.
Yeah, that's what a great analogy. What was the feeling like with this film? You know, you've written it, you've directed it, you starred in it, first acting role. What is it like to journey across to the other side of the world, to Los Angeles, and then have it at the home of the Oscars, and then have a special program dedicated to talent from Lebanon? What was that feeling like for you last night?
It was overwhelming, and I was really shocked in a way, like the good kind of shock, because the audience really connected to the characters, and even though they are Middle Eastern, having taboo, which is really specific to this area, to this region, to the Arab world, but having people connecting and feeling it and living it and really leaving that impact on them means a lot to me, because that's why I chose to make films from the first place, because it's a universal language. We don't have that much boundaries. It's just stories that we like to tell.
I thought you just nailed it last night, and you made your country and us very proud to have you.
Well, thank you.
And it was very, very touching, like really, really. So I'm so proud that you brought that to us. What is next for you?
I think next is going to be my feature film. Like, I'm still brainstorming and in the writing process again.
I am so grateful that you came here to give us your film for our audience to experience, and please make many more so we can watch more. But thank you very much, Son of a Dancer, and hopefully we'll be seeing much of your films soon, George, as well. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so happy I'm here too.
Thank you,
Thank you.
George, everybody. Thank you very much.